1993, Nintendo presents.
Hello everyone, this is Catan, and welcome to my first ever Let's Play video ever thing, yay! Alright, well, the games I'm presenting to you today are two very underappreciated titles, in my opinion, from the Super Nintendo era that I feel absolutely no one has ever played, and if they have not loved it like I do. And these games were released to be played with the commercial failure of a peripheral, the Super Scope. And while the Super Scope didn't do so well anywhere in the world, there were some really great games out there that actually required the Super Scope, and I feel these two games that I am going to show you in these next few weeks are it. And these games that I speak of are Battle Clash and Metal Combat: Falcon's Revenge for the Super Nintendo. Alright, these games are a part of a series, Battle Clash being the first, released in 1992 alongside the Super Scope, and Metal Combat was its sequel, which was released a year later in 1993. Anyway, I'll be playing these games in order, but the reason I'm showing you Metal Combat first is because Metal Combat has a great tutorial mode, which will assist me in explaining the mechanics of the game, as well as giving me a chance to go over some of the backstory of the games. So, yeah, let's get our magic emulator Super Scope up here, and we shall begin. Like every Super Scope game, you start off by adjusting your aim by shooting. This is... I gotta say this right now, this game is a billion times easier with the mouse. But, what can you do? Alright, so, let's go to the tutorial mode, or training mode. And we shall do this. Here to teach us today is a lady named Rolla, and she is our home dog, and you will see more of her as we play Metal Combat, but we're not yet. So yeah, training. Before we compete in the battle game, we must train. The battle game is basically what governs the world of Battle Clash and Metal Combat. It's very strange. Like, the champion of the battle game, which is basically this competition between giant mechs, it's the champion of that basically rules the world. And the current ruler, I guess, is a guy who goes by the name of Anubis. And I'll talk more about that later. She's telling us basically right now about the basic attack, the turbo shot in the game. And I'll tell you right now, you don't use the turbo shot for anything else other than defending. All you do to do a turbo shot is you press the button that makes you shoot, which in my case is a click. But yeah, Mike is our protagonist. You can see his picture down there, and his father was killed by Anubis in a previous battle game, so it is his job fighting through the battle game in order to avenge his father's death. Alright, let's move on, and we will now talk about the only useful thing about the turbo shot, which is defense. In a real battle game, you will be damaged by the enemy's attack, and I swear to God, if you don't defend in this game, you will die in 5 seconds. So, yeah. The enemy has various ways of telling you that it's about to attack you, be it whatever it's going to fire out of blinks, like it's about to here, like so. It shoots that little pink thing. You shoot it with your turbo shot to deflect the shot. Or, like, it'll make some sort of noise indicating that, it's about to shoot something at you. It's never exactly the same. Like, they can shoot, like, their arms at you or something with certain enemies. And it'll make some sort of noise. You just have to be on your toes. And there will be a lot of these bullets flying at you in later stages, so, yeah, you just gotta be very aware. Alright. Now she's going to talk to us about energy bolts, which are the main method of firing and attacking in this game. All you have to do to fire an energy bolt is not fire your turbo shots for a while, and your little bar down here will fill up, as Roll is explaining. And then all you do to fire is press the fire button. In a real battle game, you cannot defeat your enemies without the use of energy bolts. Dang on right. You will not do it. The energy bolt will be your main method of attack. There are higher forms of attacking, but you really won't be getting the chance to use those all that much. So you better learn to love these energy bolts. Ah! And not missing like I just did. Alright, let's Let's kill 2 more of these. As I was saying, basically what you do in this game, you travel around the world, fight a large number of different kinds of people, all of them having their own reasons to participate in the battle game, be it for like power or pride or greed or, I don't know, honorable causes like Mike does, but that's not too common. Alright, now we will learn the defensive uses of the energy bolt. Just like you, the enemies can fire stronger attacks in addition to their weak, fast ones. And you can't deflect those stronger attacks with your little namby-pamby wussy turbo shots. You have to match their power with your own. So basically, if you see them charging up a shot, you have to fire back with a strong shot. Like so. You'll be able to tell when they're firing a strong shot too. Like, it'll make a noise, it'll blink, the bullet will be blinking, and you just better hope that you have time to charge up before you can shoot it. Alright, Fishman. I apologize for the this little screw-upness going on. See if I can get that fixed before we get back to Metal Combat, but I don't think Battle Clash has the same problem. Alright, now we are going to own some people with the Treble Energy Bolt, which is the most satisfying thing in the history of video games. All you do is, well, you charge this meter up once for a regular energy bolt, but after that it will keep filling up. The second one will give you the double energy bolt, but 3 is the treble energy bolt, which is, well, you'll see for yourself. When all the indicator bars are lit, press the fire button. Yeah. Alright, about the plot, I mean, between the 2 games, they're basically the same exact plot. So when I play Metal Combat, I mean, it feels like I'm playing a reimagining or a remake of Battle Clash, even though it happened a year prior to. But there are, like, some bits of dialogue that tell you that it is a sequel. So, I don't know. The plot really isn't important in this game. Just shoot people. Here is the Treble Energy Bolt. It is the most amazing thing ever, and boy is it satisfying. BAM! Right in the face. The cool thing about the Treble Energy Bolt is that for some enemies, if you hit them with it, it'll reveal their weak points. As you can see with this fish guy. See, his mouth is opening up and it's flashing like that. That means that's his weak point right there. Oh, and if I can actually hit him, then I'll kill him. Stupid fish. Alright. So yeah, but in all honesty, in the later stages, you really won't be pulling this move off all that much. So, I mean, it's a nice thing to have, but it's not really common to use. As amazingly satisfying as it is. Alright, moving on, we're about to learn about our items, or more specifically, the bomb item. You get a various amount of items in this game, like you get shields, you get bombs, of course, and stronger bombs in the regular one, which you don't find nearly as frequently. You get a bomb, basically, after every fight. But, yeah, what you do to use your items, like, you can only hold 4 at a time, and your extra ones, like, you get to choose between which ones you want to use if you have more than 4. But all you do is press the alternate button on the Super Scope, or in my case, you right-click, and you fire it. As simple as that. But yeah, as the game progresses, we'll look into some more of the more complex items. But now we are reaching the end of the tutorial, where we will kick roll his ass, and I will talk to you about one of the coolest things about this game once we get into the fight. Alright. Hopefully I can actually pull this off, so I don't really have to... I don't know. I just want to show it rather than flat out saying it. Alright, you see how her arm just flashed? Well, also how her armor's deteriorating? Yeah. In this game, you are able to completely dismember your opponents by shooting off all of their limbs, specific parts of them, like their weapons. It's an amazing thing. Especially, like, if you shoot off their arms, you disable some of their best attacks, because a lot of their best attacks are used by, like, firing out of their arms. If you shoot off their bases or their legs, you can sometimes immobilize your enemies. Like so. How she's completely helpless. Let's use her bomb here. And I think that'll be it for her. And basically anything you think that you can shoot off of an enemy, you can, and I find that amazing. It's really complex for a simple game of shoot guys until they die. well, that's the basics of the Battle Clash and Mental Combat series. And thanks for watching. Next week we will start with Battle Clash, and we'll come back to Mental Combat later. Let's save there. And yeah, thanks. See you guys later.